like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to STSPN and Westco Conference Volleyball. Tonight, Westco 3A continues league play, and this is one of those games over the course of the season that you have been waiting for, as we have the undefeated Arlington Eagles with a record of 7-0 visiting the undefeated Panthers of Snohomish. I'm Mike Buckles here with producer Todd Elvig, directing the whole process of video, audio, as well as bossing around the tech crew out in the truck. STSPN's presentation of Westco Conference Sports is presented by Speedway Chevrolet in Monroe. You can visit Speedway Chevrolet at speedwaychevrolet.com, proud sponsor of Live Varsity Sports since 2015. We would like to thank all of our broadcast sponsors in helping to bring these games to you live. We are at Snohomish High School, home of the Panthers. 2 undefeated teams going at it tonight. Our sponsors include Fred's Rivertown Ale House Restaurant and Bar, McDaniel's Do-It Center Home and Garden, G&S Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, serving Snohomish County, Adrenaline Fundraising, also serving Snohomish County, and Gene Johnson Plumbing, serving both Snohomish and King County. Taking a look at the two teams tonight, the Eagles of Arlington are coached by Whitney Williams, 7-0, and have the goal to returning to state after missing the tournament the last 2 years. They have been close, but just could not get there. Snohomish is coached by Alex Tarrin with the 7-0 record of continued solid play after winning the Westco last year and finishing 5th at state. This is a very important match for both teams because seeding for district is done by the RPI, or the Ratings Percentage Index. It's not just about wins and losses, it's about who you win and lose to, and the winner of tonight's game will get a big boost by defeating a team who was undefeated. The starting lineups are being announced now. And for the Arlington Eagles, Paige Richards, Taylor Peterson, Ari Bilby, Sophia Cushman, and Malia Shepard, along with Julia Para. Whitney Williams, the coach of Arlington High School. Whitney was one of my students back in the day.
Her?
That is her. And here are the starting lineups for the home team, Snohomish Panthers. Might be tough to distinguish the uniform colors tonight. Arlington wearing navy blue trimmed in white. Snohomish, Jessette Smith, Mia Tarani. And number 5, the libero, Lauren Risque, wearing the white, number 20. Liberos wear different color uniforms. Number 9, Catherine or Katie Stern. Number 10, Sarah Camfield. And lucky number 13, Mackenzie White. Snohomish wearing their black jerseys with red numbers. So we're getting ready here for either the national anthem or the Pledge of Allegiance. There's no band here, but sometimes they pipe in the music. So we're going to stand. It looks like we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance. Both teams very excited for tonight's contest. A large contingency of students for the Snohomish Panthers right down in front of us, and all standing, and over to our right, the Arlington Eagles traveling well also. Large contingency of students and parents, and they handed out blue and gold pom-poms. They've been waving them. So this contest tonight has the feel and the electricity of a playoff matchup, which when it gets down to it, there are 3 teams in the Wesco 3A that are undefeated, and 2 of them are playing here tonight. The third one, Oak Harbor, is on the roster or on the schedule for both of these teams a little bit later on. But first things first is that there have been some good battles between these 2 teams over the last several years, and I had the benefit of announcing on the radio Arlington had a victory over Snohomish, but when it got to playoff time, it has been the Snohomish Panthers. Veteran officiating crew tonight, and it is a crew of 4 as they have regular officials doing the line judging tonight. Big game, and it's good to have veteran officials. Sometimes simply volunteers are used and do a credible job, but you actually have regular officials who are working the lines tonight. All right, so we may have a little bit of issue with some people in our camera thing here tonight, as we've got the students that are standing up, and we are underway. Arlington gets blocked and gets blocked again. One of the benefits of having taller players, Sarah Camfield, who was player of the game for one of our broadcasts earlier, in on the block, along with, and I believe that was Gisette Smith. So 1-0, and we have
a mulligan.
I'm not sure that there was
something.
There was. I'm not sure that it was the referee didn't indicate the serve. The serve was simply just started without the indication. Arlington going to have a set here. Goes off speed, and it's blocked again. Very formidable at the net. Double hit on Arlington, and the Eagles find themselves down 2. Keys to tonight's contest: number 1, mental focus and composure. And playing a serve that was headed out of bounds is one of the Eagles, and so Snohomish will have a setup over there. Smith with the big swing, but a good dig by the Arlington Eagles back line. Bilby with the swing, but Snohomish going to play the over. A couple of Arlington Eagles running into themselves, running into each other there. And back line opportunity. Good rally going here. Good set by Arlington Taylor Peterson, the setter, and now it's Snohomish. Gisette Smith blocked at the net, but no one there to pick it up, and it is 3-zip.
Boy, everybody's getting their money's worth tonight.
Katie Stern continues to serve for the Panthers. And the Eagles let that one go. And it is 3-1, and that brings us to key number 2, elimination of unforced errors while serving, passing, and hitting. Emily Meckelberg, following in her sister's footsteps, who graduated last year, and she deals an ace as it hits the back line. The Snohomish back line thought maybe that was going to go long. It does not. 3-2 now is the score. Meckelberg right in the center of the court. Nice serve, another ace. Gisette Smith, tough time handling that one, as it was kind of a knuckle drop ball over the net, and we are tied at 3. So we're expecting this one to go definitely more than 3 sets. Smith blocked at the net, but Snohomish picks it up. Backline libero, Lauren Riske with the miss hit, and the Eagles, for the first time, have the lead in this contest by a score of 4-3. Another lightning difficult serve. Snohomish handles this one. Peterson going to set up Bilby, and she's blocked at the net. Eagles go the other way, blocked again, but picked up by Arlington. No, it is not. Extra hits, and Snohomish ties it up at 4-4, and that brings us to the third key of the game. Adjustments at the net by blockers and hitters, and so far it has been all Snohomish at the net. Smith with the serve for the Panthers. Eagles with the setup. Gonna go soft in the over. And speaking of soft, off speed with the angle. A deft touch there by Sarah Camfield. And the Panthers have taken the lead, so we've already had 2 lead changes so far in this contest at 5-4 in the first set. And Bilby gonna have to play the over, put some mustard on it, but Smith digs that one out at the net, close to the net. Eagles cannot, too close to the net. Taylor Peterson cannot get to it to do anything with it, and the point goes to the Panthers. Gisette Smith, the 5'11 sophomore, who varsity player last year also as a freshman. Good pass by Paige Richards, and the Eagles come up with the point. 6-5. Taylor Helly, 5'5 sophomore, will rotate back, serving from the right side. Eagles trailing by 1. Gisette Smith, and picked up by Stern. Panthers get the over. Peterson with the set, blocked by Camfield, but it goes out of play on the Snohomish side, and we're tied at 6-6.
It's going to be a lot of volleyball tonight.
And good play at the net so far by Snohomish. That's really the first one they've had go awry. Short set, and the Eagles respond. Number 11, Tegan Sutherland, has checked in and makes her presence known at the net, creating a block with Bilby. Smith, it looks like they're targeting her on the serves. And we got a service ace by Arlington and an 8-6 score in the first set.
You know, I think we're at capacity.
We're getting close, as they've only put out one side of the bleachers, unless you want to sit behind the student section. Stern with a nice pass for Camfield on the kill. She's in the middle, goes to the left side angle. Katie Stern doing a good job for the Panthers, and Brooke Long checks in now. Going to have the service. It's played by Bilby. Peterson going to set Bilby to be up on the left side, and she hammers that one off the angle from left to right, and Arlington is up 9-7. We got a lot of noise in the headphones tonight, so
I don't have any.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming that is coming over the broadcast as well. Smith plays this one well. Stern, and hitting the line with the big swing, Mackenzie White, who was the STSPN player of the game back on September 12th, gets the kill. And wearing the distinctive headband is Brooke Long, 5'5" defensive specialist for the Panthers. Panthers trail by 1, 9-8. Eagles, a little miscommunication. Just going to play the over. Long has to dive to get it. And up in the air, gets a good swing on it. But Peterson going to set it up and going to get called for the double. Not quite clean on her set pass. We're tied at 9. Brooke Long going to move her position over to the far right side. And adrenaline's that one over the back line. Eagles let it go, and Arlington is up by 1, 10-9. Ari Bilby, Eagles senior, one of just 2 seniors for Arlington. Back row, a little bit of a battle by 2 Panthers to get it, and a swing and a kill. Number 11, Livia Harrison, a freshman, checks in, makes her presence known. We're tied at 10. Mackenzie White, a hop skip, and she goes long on the serve. So unforced errors so far. Slight favor to the Eagles, who also have the slight lead of 1 point here in the first set. 11-10. Tegan Sutherland with the service. Close to the net, played well. Smith up. Eagles get it close, too close to the net. Point. Another double hit. So,
Is this your double hit guy?
he watches the double hits. We've seen him now 3 times. Very consistent with it. Risky with the serve. Peterson, better job that time. Back row to Bilby. She pounds it off of Smith. And it looks like the Eagles are targeting Josette Smith, as she typically does a very good job in the front row with blocks and kills, but she's had a tough time with that, and who wouldn't? There was a lot of pace on that one. Goes to Megan White, and they set up Smith right side. Dug out of there by Bilby. That was going to be close. And down the sideline it goes, and the Eagles score. Playing the over on the left side. No one there to pick it up for the Panthers. It is 13-11. Megan White with the pass. Oh, and a miss hit. Elbows it over. And that looked strange. It was a very odd play. Legal play, however. However, the official blew the whistle, and we have a mulligan here for Todd Elvig. We're going to do it over again.
I love those mulligans.
It's Taylor Peterson serves the knuckleball. Smith handles it well. Going to get it back. Smith is blocked at the net. Malia Shepard with the block for the Eagles. 14-11, Arlington. Smith handles high in the air by Grant, who is in. Ayla Grant. Eagles going to set up, tap it over. Megan.
That was a good play there. Did you see that?
Was very good. And somebody's into the net, I believe, hit the net for the Eagles. I think that was Julia Parra. And it's going to go to 14-12. Service now to Snohomish. Katie Stern, one of 2 setters for the Panthers. Arlington tried to set it up. They do. Smith with a good dig. Risky gets it over for the Panthers. Eagles going to set up. They go on the back pass. Back and forth. Good rally here. Stern, nice pass.
What was that for?
I think someone was into the net on the block. 14-13 now. Stern. Eagles, little miscommunication. Finally get the over with Julia Parra just punching it over. Risky goes deep. Bilby gets it near the net. Bilby has to play the over. Snohomish with the set. Stern, short set, drop shot. Beautiful dive there by Shepard. Oh my, what play. Diving and over, swinging a kill. Katie Stern. We're tied at 14. Can hear the excitement in the crowd here. This is some good volleyball, and now the officials are going to have the obligatory discussion. Romeo Escalante, one of the officials, know him well from basketball, does a good job. I'm going to ask him if they were discussing what kind of pizza to have after the match.
They were discussing on how we can get our camera higher.
Yeah. Drone.
Yeah, isn't that right? Ooh, look at those stands. Those stands are going to
Here we go.
break.
As the fans try to find something to occupy themselves during this space here, and apparently we're status quo, 14-14. Katie Stern back to serve for the Panthers. Over it goes. Received by Paige Richards. And Eagles hit it into the net and take one extra to try to get it over. So that's 4 hits and a point for Snohomish. Now leading by 1. They let it go. The Eagles let it go as the Panthers serve one that flies like an eagle, but it's out of play. And now Mecklenburg serving for Arlington. She's got a wicked-looking serve handled by the Panthers. Big swing over on the far side. I think that was Stern again. Stern is oftentimes used as, I'm going to take that back. That's Mia Toroni. Sorry about that, Mia. Mia with the point. Into the net and point for Arlington. In my defense, we got the dark red numbers on the black jerseys. In my vision, what used to be 2015 is now 20 and 115. Yeah. Tied at 16. Risky with the reception. Megan White pounds it off of the block. So good team play on both sides tonight of these two undefeated teams. It is 17-16. This set goes to 25 points, and service ace is Paige Richards. Thought that was going to go a little deeper, and it had some spin on it, took a dive for Ayla Grant. This time Richards gets it and also plays the over, but it is a set up, and they go to Megan White. Off speed, nobody there. White so far has done a really good job of mixing it up, as she's had some power swings, but also those off-speed dump shots, and it is a 19-16 lead for the Panthers. Brooke Long once again, unforced error into the net. 19-17. Service for the Arlington Eagles, Malia Shepard. Knuckleball played by White. She stepped in front of Smith. Risky gets it over. And going to set up Bilby. And she goes from the left side to the right middle for the kill. 19-18. Eagles trailing by 1. Shepard once again. Another knuckleball played by White. Close to the net. White going to get it back. Pushes it over the net. Megan White using her 6'2" height to good advantage there as she finds the open spot against the Eagles, and it is 20-18. Coach Whitney Williams going to have to try to find a way to keep Megan White out of the equation here. And into the net again. This time it's Ayla Grant, who also has the white headband on. You can see her off on the left, standing next to the 6'2", Megan White. Bilby serving for Arlington. Josette Smith plays it, going to get it back. Line into the net. Really an unforced error, more or less. And we're tied at 20, and the Eagles have stayed in this game.
Well, they led it part of the way.
They did, but a lot of that has been because of some unforced errors. High in the air it goes. Risky going to get it to Smith. And now the Eagles going to have a set. Peterson and hammered. Smith plays that one well right to her. White again. This time the Eagles back it up and get it over. Who they're going to set up. And a dig by Arlington. Get it over. Smith dives. Called in. It's called out, but ruled tipped at the net. You can hear the crowd voicing their displeasure because we're at Snohomish as Arlington waves their blue and gold pom-poms with the 21-20 lead. Bilby, knuckleball over the top. Smith with the reception. Partially blocked. Peterson going to set it up. Goes behind. Off speed, and now a good opportunity for Snohomish, and it's blocked, but goes out, and Snohomish ties it up. Megan White, once again, making her presence felt and getting some really good passes by the setters. Arlington Eagles, back row, off speed, no one there.
Wow.
So unlikely point there for Arlington, but they'll take it as Bilby gets the benefit. Kind of off her heel and rolled in. Tegan Sutherland with the serve. Ayla Grant with the set. Bilby plays it. Going to go back and deep, high in the air. And Smith, now we got a good rally going here. Peterson. Back to Snohomish. Far side block, dive. Point Snohomish, we're at 22. Now, in the sets, you go to 25, but you must win by 2. 22 up.
Lift the camera and actually tape it to the wall to get over here.
Risky with, Meckleberg creeps one over the net, 23-22. Service goes to the Eagles. Eagles have gotten a couple of breaks here, and Arlington will take it as Taylor Peterson, the setter, rotates back to serve. Played by White, set up by Grant, off speed. Eagles dig it out. They have maybe adjusted here a little bit. Megan White again. Grant goes over to the far side. Swing by Smith, but now Arlington once again with the setup. And punched out too long by Livia Harrison, the freshman. We've got our first time out as Arlington has reached set point, 24-22. Heck of a match. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
The
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Welcome back as we are tied. Panthers going to get a setup. It's blocked. Julia Parra and the Eagles come away with a 25-22 first set victory here. Want to give a quick shout out to Mary Catherine Mino, former Arlington varsity player. She is back, I think, at the University of Georgia, enjoying the action here. And while we're doing this, don't forget to join us tomorrow night as there's going to be a football game on the docket here, and it is a big one with the Lake Stevens Vikings, ranked number 1 in the state 4A, visiting Glacier Peak, and that's a big game coming up there. Our executive producer, Todd Elvig, here is having to do some camera work over here on the side. So while he's doing that, I'm going to tell you about McDaniel's Do It Center Home and Garden in Snohomish. It's located, as I said, in Snohomish, locally owned and operated by the McDaniel family for over 40 years. We are proud to provide Snohomish, Monroe, Lake Stevens, Everett, and Snohomish County with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. G&S Heating, Cooling, and Electrical Incorporated was founded in 1977, was originally established as residential heating and air conditioning installation company with 2 employees. Through a strong work ethic, G&S has grown to become a leader in the Pacific Northwest in residential, commercial, HVAC, and electric service installation. They are also known as the local experts in green technologies such as solar and geothermal heating. Gene Johnson Plumbing. Service is the heart of Gene Johnson Plumbing. As a socially responsible company, we feel moved to give back to our community. We are excited to partner with the high school sports programs to make a difference in our community. Afterwards, don't forget to stay for our postgame show, as we will have the Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game. Adrenaline Fundraising, every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline has several products, including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, and many other options to help teams raise their funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called A-Pay helps teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purposes. And when I was coaching, I liked working with the Adrenaline fundraising representative, a good friend of mine, David Wright. Our team product that we sold around the holiday season was coffee, because nobody in Washington State likes coffee, do they? And hot chocolate and things like that was a great fundraising activity to help us for our summer program. So Adrenaline Fundraising for your ability to reach your financial goals. All right, the teams are out on the court. We are getting ready for set number 2. Arlington wins the first set by a score of 25-22, And the Eagles will have the first service here. And one of my keys to the game, which was elimination of unforced errors. Eagles got the benefit of that in the first game and immediately serve one into the net. So it's 1-0 Snohomish. Bilby, however, is set up by her teammates, comes back, hammers one down the line. Now we're going to have a couple of subs for Arlington as Tegan Sutherland and Taylor Helly check into the contest. We're tied at 1. 2 volleyballs on the court. The ball rollers must have lost control of one. Helly, the big serve. Smith handles that one in the middle, mistimed by Sarah Campfield, the 6'1 junior. It looked like she was expecting the quick set. Instead, it was for a safe round as the students stand up the whole time. We are tied at 2. Bilby's pass takes the Arlington Eagle in under the net. Her teammate, Taylor Peterson. So 3-2 Snohomish. Paige Richards receives. Bilby goes off spike 2. Bilby with the receive, going to get it back, hammers it off of the block at the net. That's Annika Hansen, I believe is how you say that.
We have to apologize to our audience. I think the crowd is jumping on the network connection because we've lost connection a couple of times there.
Well, there has been some crowd excitement and bouncing up and down as the Eagles go to Sutherland. Risky manages to get the dig on that, and White this time is stifled as she tried to go off speed over the net, but she goes into the net, and the Eagles have closed the gap to 5. It's been a relatively easy path so far for Snohomish. She wants to play these good competitive games, and but he looks a little concerned over there. It's 5-5. Bilby gets a nice pass back over the head from Peterson. I'm not sure Peterson knew where that one was going to go, but it turned out to be a perfect set, and the Eagles have regained the lead 6-5 in set number 2. Risky with the pass to Stern, and Snohomish gets the over. Risky again, takes it too close, goes under the net. Katie Stern cannot get to that. And the Eagles have come back from an early deficit to take a 7-5 lead. And I saw that one as Malia Shepard tossed the ball into the air, jumped and tried to hang in there, hit it on the way down, and that is the recipe for a net serve. 7-6, so unforced error. Ayla Grant, a couple of freshmen on the team, getting some time tonight for the Snohomish Panthers. Arlington Eagles going to get the setup. They go to Sutherland. Josette Smith had trouble early on, but she's done a masterful job of getting the digs here. And Smith going to get a nice pass up near the middle of the net. White is blocked, though. Eagles cover up the second opportunity. There's a block by the Panthers. Point as into the net. Bilby says no way. Contact with the net. 7-7. A couple calls went against the Eagles now. A couple went against the Panthers in the first set. Bilby this time comes back, has it partially blocked. And hitting it too long for the Panthers is Hansen. I'm going to say her name is Anique Hansen. I asked a couple of pronunciations to Coach Taryn before, and I should have gotten the pronunciation for Miss Hansen. Snohomish plays the over. Peterson sets up Tegan Sutherland, goes off speed, rolls off a Panther and hits the floor. 9-7. So again, one of the keys that we're looking for here for both teams, mental focus and composure. Can they make the plays at win time when they fall behind?
Out of rotation, right? That's what that was?
That is the indication, and the Eagles looking a little gobsmacked, and now we're going to send the captain over to, or are we not? Out of rotation, point goes to the Panthers, and they will take it. Megan White steps back to serve. She finds Bilby, and over for the big swing, and out of play was Emily Meckelberg, who played well last year as a freshman. Her sister was a senior last year. And that was a very senior-like play as Meckelberg gets a kill. Tegan Sutherland played well by Smith. And Eagles diving around, just going to have to get the over. Set up by Grant. The block rolls off a couple of Eagles. And Smith with the kill. So back and forth we go. Panthers have cut the lead here in the second set to 1 after dropping the first set. Lauren Riske. Block at the net, high in the air. Megan White high in the air. Played over by Grant. Eagles now with the opportunities. Panthers with another good double block. And off the double block and into the open spot. For the Arlington Eagles, I believe that might have been Reese Talbot. Eagles had some talls in there. Julia Parr at 5'11", Talbot a 6-footer. And Meckelberg a 6-footer as well. 11-9 is the score. Arlington leading. Taylor Peterson back to serve, knuckleball. I've been saying Megan White, it's Mackenzie White. I apologize. Mackenzie White, Ayla Grant again. There, I've lost my composure a little bit. Arlington Eagles got a nice dig. Back row, Bilby off the block. Good hustle by Smith. Set up again, and the block into the net. Point Snohomish.
I don't think most of these kids are watching the game. They're talking to each other. This is like a social event.
It is a social event. At least they don't have selfie sticks. 11-10, Panthers with the serve. Service out. So unforced error. Both teams have had a couple of unforced errors here now in the second set. 12-10 Arlington. Meckelberg rotates back to serve. Nice drop serve, played well by Smith. Smith gets the return and hammers that one off of Paige Richards. Smith with the kill. Both of these teams with just 2 seniors each, so it's not like they're not going to be any good next year either.
Isn't that right? Yep.
12-11 Arlington. Josette Smith, just a sophomore, back serving, gets the ace. As 2 Eagles went for it, little miscommunication. Kind of a bit of a curveball there. Smith again, knuckleball. Played off of Richards. And through the net, and now nice double block. Set up again. Good rally going. Oh, and it goes into the crowd. as it found an open spot. Katie Stern trying to get to it, could not with any degree of accuracy, and the Eagles break the tie. It is 13-12. Taylor Helly for Arlington. Unforced error into the net. So the unforced errors have been pretty even here, and the score is also even, as really these two teams are battling. A lot of good play for both teams at the net as well. Bilby receives, it goes to Sutherland, and she finds an open spot. Mackenzie White dives to get it up in the air, but no further recovery, and the Eagles get the point. Malia Shepard back to serve with the 1-point lead for Arlington.
I'll tell you, the one thing I can say about both these teams, they're smart. They've got smart girls on the court.
Unforced error ties it again.
Okay, that particular unforced error was not.
Well, you know, there are going to be some of those in each contest, but I think what you're actually getting at is
They can see the court pretty good.
they see the court well, they've been playing, and they're also very well coached. Grant serving. Nice pass. You see a lot of really good passes out of some tough serves. That one up near the net, and Bilby having none of that as it drifted over to the Arlington side. So a perfect kill set by Snohomish. Unfortunately, it was set up for Bilby, and the Eagles have the 1-point lead. Bilby, knuckleball, Smith, ace. And Smith has been targeted an awful lot by the Arlington Eagles on these serves. And there's another one. Smith makes good on it, goes to Mackenzie White, and she goes from right side, back left corner, no one there. Beautiful play by the Panthers, close the lead to 1, and Mackenzie White, who again, I apologize, I was calling her Megan White earlier on. Mackenzie White rolls back to serve. Bilby, Peterson, and wow. I think that should have been a double hit, not called, as it went off of her hands and off of her face. I'll have to ask and find out why that was not a double hit. 16-16.
On which side? Snohomish?
On Snohomish, because it hit her and then bounced off her head, hit her arms on the receive.
I think that's the mercy rule.
Self-preservation rule with the amount of power. Tegan Sutherland.
I think if it hits you in the head, then you get an automatic no hit because it looked owie.
Okay. Tegan Sutherland looked a little like a basketball player dunking at that time as she got up and just dropped it into the other side. 17-16. Eagles have regained 1-point lead. Sutherland serving. Risky. They bounce it around. It ricochets, and Snohomish can't get to it, and it is 18-16.
That was kind of like pinball.
Pinball wizard. Mackenzie White plays it to Risky. Big swing by Gisette Smith. Arlington plays it though. Nice double block. Smith wisely gets it over. It is Bilby passing to Peterson and off speed, but Risky is right there. Nice set by Grant. Good dig by Bilby, and we've got a call. Double hit on Arlington, 18-17. Arlington holding on to the lead. Lauren Risky back to serve. It goes right to Bilby. Peterson, Mecklenburg, wow, hammers that one. Nice block that time by Olivia Harrison, but couldn't get the backup as it fell right behind her. 19-17 Arlington. Taylor Peterson, the Arlington setter, back to serve. It's been a heck of a match for both teams. Josette Smith with the pass, and now the over by Grant. Mecklenburg, wow! Left to right, back line kill, timeout. Snohomish, Arlington extends the lead to 3, 20-17. Mike Buckles here on STSPN. We'll be right back with the remainder of set 2.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Thank you for joining us here on STSPN as we have 2 undefeated teams in the Westco 3A going at it. Arlington won the first set and lead here 20-17 in the second set. Up near the net, Arlington going to get a chance here. Set was maybe a little too close. Tapped over, nice dig by Uriski as she had to dive for that one. And Mackenzie White, back row swing is good for the Panthers. 20-18, 2018. That was last year.
I see the Snohomish football coach over here, Joey Hammer.
High in the air, and the swing by Malia Shepard goes into the net. Closes to 1. Panthers trying to make a comeback here. They led early in this set. And that pass too close to the net. Arlington not going to be able to play that one. We're tied at 20, and Coach Whitney Williams going to take her first timeout. So both coaches have taken a timeout here as the second set remains very close. Can't get any closer, tied at 20. We'll be right back here on STSPN.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Welcome back. Mike Buckles here on STSPN. The Panthers serving with a tie of 20-20. Arlington just has to play the over, and the Eagles get a huge block against Sarah Campfield.
That was really well timed.
Well timed by Julia Para at the net, and I'm not sure who was on the other side of her, but the Eagles now lead 21-20. Service ace off of Josette Smith. 22-20. Emily Mecklenburg having a good game for the Eagles. And just like a professional football game, when you have to go somewhere and your wife says, it's time to go, and you go, there's 2 minutes left to go in the game, and a half hour later we're still going. It's 22-20 Arlington. We have another timeout. We'll be right back. Oh, a quick timeout, so we can go with that as Emily Meckelberg, the 6-footer sophomore, going to serve. Arlington up 22-20. Oh my! She mistimed that and did what I call a critical error, hung in the air, which is a recipe for a net serve, but the centipede feet on the ball came out, creepy crawled over the net, and we have a 23-20 lead for Arlington. What a break. Mackenzie White. Smith has to try to play the over, and you can kind of see the body language a little bit of Snohomish, where they have not been in this situation yet this year, and it is set point for the Arlington Eagles, 24-20. Mackenzie White plays that one, a little bit of miscommunication, blocked at the net. Eagles going to have a chance. Peterson in the air, goes to Bilby, off of the block, and the point. Arlington takes the second set, 25-20, after taking the first set, 25-22. And Arlington is up 2-0. First 1-3 wins, but as Yogi Berra said, don't go away. It ain't over until it's over. We'll be back here on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi electric cooling and heating system allows you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. And because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Welcome back. Mike Buckles on STSPN. Arlington Eagles with a 2-set lead against the undefeated Snohomish Panthers, who certainly have not been in this situation all year. And I was watching the Panther bench as Alex Tarrant was talking to some of the players, and it's my opinion he did a great job with his kids as he said some things at the end of their discussion. And they got a laugh out of that, trying to get them to relax a little bit as the Panthers have the first serve, but they are trailing 2-0. But this is a good playoff preparation, that's for sure. Eagles going to have an opportunity here, and they pick up where they left off. Malia Shepard with the big swing and a kill. Got a nice pass from Taylor Peterson, the sophomore setter, and Arlington jumps out to a 1-0 lead. Meckelberg back serving, and Stern going to set up the Panthers, but played by Arlington. Bilby kind of went off the heel, and Smith cannot get to the errant pass, and it is 2-0. Nothing Smith could do about that, as that one just that was a miss-hit. Meckelberg having a good game. Smith, good pass to her setter Stern. And Eagles just have to play the over. Smith again to Stern. Going to get it back. Has it blocked at the net. Malia Shepard and Julia Parra with the imposing double block there, and Arlington 3-0. Smith passes that one off towards the crowd. Somebody dove in there trying to get it. That was Katie Stern. 4-0 Arlington. Coach Taryn maybe calling a different formation or play. Holds up number 2. Smith. Stern coming back to Smith. Right side. Dug out by Paige Richards. Nice block by the Panthers. Over the top, I believe. That was Sarah Campfield. So it is 4-1. Arlington Eagles passing it around. Bilby from the back line, just flat-footed. She gets a lot on that. This time, Bilby attempting to block the swing, unsuccessful. Kill for Snohomish, 4-2. Gisette Smith, back line for Arlington. Now in the middle, Julia Parra kicks it back deep. Smith been in a lot of action here. Mackenzie White with the kill for the Panthers. Score goes to 4-3. Bilby Peterson, Bilby. Off speed. White tries to go off speed with her 6'2" frame and takes it into the net. 5-3 Arlington. Bit of an unforced error there. It looked like she had her eyes on her target on the other side of the court. Maybe took him off just a moment. And that was enough to go into the net. Excellent play by Katie Stern as she has been setting, and that time dump shot over the middle into the empty zone of the Eagles. 5-4, Arlington still with that 1-point lead. A heck of a match. Eagles got to play it off the net, finally get the over. Same for the Panthers. No point, double hit as that one rolled up the arm, or let's call it a paw of one of the Panthers. So double hit, 6-4 Arlington. Risky passes it up near the net, and both teams kind of out of sorts on their offense right now, and Shepard kind of not getting behind that ball for a clear pass and tried to take it from the side into the net. 6-5. It will be Ayla Grant, the freshman, serving for Snohomish. Bilby with the receive. Nice pass over, and finding the open spot is the 5'11" Reese Talbot. One of 2 seniors on the team for Arlington. 7-5. Ari Bilby. Knuckleball. Smith passes it to Risky. Just as over for Snohomish. Middle set. Good dive attempt by Risky. Can't get to it. 8-5 Arlington. So both teams now adjusting their attacks at the net with some good blocks going off, and off speed has now become the strategy as the score goes to 8-6 with that net serve. Mackenzie White serving. Bilby with the pass. Peterson. Swing kill goes long. Tipped, however. And that's one of the benefits of having regular officials that are working the sidelines as well, as it is the backside judge that made the call as it tipped off of the player at the net. Mackenzie White, captain, checking with the referee. Score is 9-6 Arlington. Tegan Sutherland, knuckleball, high in the air. Grant gets it back to White, and now Arlington, bit of a miss hit. Julia Parra simply gets it over the net. Bilby too close to the net, and going under was Brooklyn Ramey, who's got a stint in now as the setter for Arlington. 9-7 is the score, and there is Megan White. There, I said it again, Mackenzie White. Dealing an ace off of the serve, 9-8. Laura Risky. Must have been risky with the service ace. So high in the air. Going to be risky from the back line. Bilby. And the setup by Ramey. And now Smith with an opportunity. It's blocked, but she gets it back high in the air. Punching it to the back row is Snohomish. And now trying to get it over is Arlington. They do. Will they get a set? Ramey sets up Mecklenburg. And a little bit of mistiming between setter and hitter. And we are tied at 9s. Risky with the serve. High in the air. Mecklenburg this time makes good as they come back and run the same set. 10-9 for Arlington, and Peterson going to check in. So the Eagles bring in Peterson to serve. And it's White to Grant. Bilby gets the dig. Back row, Bilby off of the block. Snohomish going to set it up. Grant to Smith. It teeters on the net. Eagles hit it up. Going up high in the air. Somebody was either under or hit the net. Somebody from Arlington. Point goes to the Panthers. It looked like Campfield was going to have that one anyway for Snohomish, and we're tied 10-10. Katie Stern with the serve, and another violation on the Eagles, and the Panthers have gained the lead here in the third set, 11-10. And that one is called on the line, service ace. As that one, bit of a slider. Well done, Richards with the receive. Eagles go over to Mecklenburg. Snohomish gets it over. Richards with the over for the Eagles. Short set. Into the net again, 13-10 Panthers. Coach Williams going to take a timeout here. And we'll be right back here on STSPN. We are back at Snohomish High School here on STSPN. Mike Buckles along with Todd Elvig. Of course, the crew out in the truck. That looks like the Rolling Stones mobile mixing truck out there that we have. 13-10. And the Eagles receive. Eagles are blocked at the net by Campfield. Campfield having a good game. Quietly having a good game. 14-10. Katie Stern again. Eagles get a decent hit, but played by Snohomish up in the air. Julia Parra gets it to Bilby playing the over. Smith plays the over for the Panthers. Peterson back in. It goes off speed, and Risky gets there, but it's out of bounds. So 14-11. Eagles close a deficit to 3. Emily Meckelberg back with a service off of Smith. Ace. And it really seems like Arlington have been targeting Smith on the serves, and she's been both hot and cold. Of course, those serves coming over are pretty vicious. And there's another service ace, this time off of Risky. 14-13. As that one goes out of play into the Snohomish crowd that has been also either jazzed up or very quiet. Now they're being quiet with the score 14-13. Meckelberg hangs in the air. Smith, nice pass to Stern. Back row, Mackenzie White. Now Arlington. Back row, White with the dig and the over. Great play by Snohomish. Good hustle. Blocked by Snohomish. Eagles got to play the over. Let's see. Good rally going here. And it goes past Meckelberg with the swing and the kill. So Eagles tied it up, but now, or we're close to tying it up, but now it goes 15-13. Snohomish. Eagles lead 2-0. So Smith, a little too much adrenaline, hammers that one. 15-14 out of play, unforced error. Taylor Helly checking in on the rotation to serve for the Eagles. And she takes a little break as she doesn't have Velcro shoes on, so she's going to have to tie her shoelaces. 15-14. Over it goes. It's Risky to Stern. And Mackenzie White blocked at the net over there. Tegan Sutherland, along with Malia Shepard. And we're tied at 15. And it's been back and forth, but mostly when it gets to fourth, it's been Arlington tonight who leads by 2 sets. And White is blocked again. Deja vu all over again. Same play, same result. And one of my keys to the game I mentioned was going to be adjustments at the net by blockers and hitters. White has had several powerful swings here. Off speed, Smith gets it over. Sutherland once again with the good timing taps it over, and a run by the Eagles leads to a Snohomish timeout as Arlington has a 17-15 lead here in set number 3. We're going to take a break. Be right back on STSPN. Don't go away.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Welcome back. Don't forget to join us tomorrow. Lake Stevens, ranked number 1 in the state at Glacier Peak, also undefeated. And here, Arlington with the 17-15 lead. Taylor Helly coming out of a timeout as Coach Taryn of Snohomish trying to break this little momentum. And another block, and once again, it is Tegan Sutherland providing a spark at the net for the Arlington Eagles, 18-15. And this time, with the smile on her face, Taylor Helly hits one over the center field fence from the service line, and that will be a point for Snohomish. Arlington going to get the set. Peterson, they go to Sutherland, and kind of a strange hit over to the right. Mackenzie White just had to go pop it in the air.
It looked deliberate, though.
19-16, Arlington. Risky, and they set up Mackenzie White. She comes through off of the good pass by Katie Stern, the setter. Stern going to check out as Olivia Harrison comes in, a freshman. And Ayla Grant going to check in for the service.
My luck, it's going to take the wall off.
A good server for a freshman, 19-17. And that one almost rolls off of Helly, and a big swing by Reese Talbot, the senior, also goes over the center field fence. So the Eagles, with a couple of bad angles, now only lead by 1, 19-18, and they're going to go back, and they're attacking Mackenzie White over there on the far side. White gets it, is blocked, up in the air. Grant up in the air for White. Battle at the net. Eagles win. Sutherland and Bilby. Tegan Sutherland having a game for the Eagles tonight. And so is Bilby, for that matter, 20-18. White goes off speed. The hammer is fielded nicely by Gisette Smith, but the Eagles going to get another set. They go down the line. One calls it out, one calls it in. And the Eagles get the point, suggesting he was a little too quick. And like all fans, when one referee calls it good and one calls it out, the other side is not happy about it. And that one is out, as Bilby had an opportunity to perhaps help put the Panthers away. Instead, unforced error brings them back within 2, and Mackenzie White back to serve. The Eagles going to set it up, and we've got a double hit. So Arlington with a couple of things where they could seize the momentum. Now they have let that get away. Officials' call went their way, and then the unforced error, Mackenzie White. The Eagles going to set up. It's at the net, being bounced around, punched over by Gisette Smith of Snohomish. And Sutherland goes off speed. Risky picks it up. Gisette Smith again, picked up by Meckelberg. Bilby with the over. Snohomish going to set up Smith. Has a hammer, goes off of Bilby. And we're tied at 3 touchdowns and extra points each, 21-21. Going to 25, must win by 2. Coach Williams talking to her team here. She has Brooklyn Ramey in now as the setter. Ramey. And the big swing by Mecklenburg gets it done for Arlington. Block attempt was there, but it bounced out of play, so 22-21. And it is Tegan Sutherland back for the Eagles. Jessette Smith hammers that one off of a block, breathes a sigh of relief, and tied once again, 22-22. That's a lot of twos in that.
That is.
22-22.
We certainly didn't get close to 21-12 tonight.
We did not, and that's to be expected with two really good teams playing. Over it goes, Bilby, gonna pass to Ramey. Block picked up in the back by White. Nice job there by the Panthers. A dive, Ramey gets to it but can't keep it in play. And the Panthers have seized the lead 23-22, and the Eagles called timeout. We're gonna take a commercial break and be right back for the last couple of points of this set.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Welcome back, 23-22. And the serve was long, returning the favor, where Bilby had the unforced error to kind of get Snohomish, kind of start Snohomish back with that little run. And now we're tied at 23-23 as Lauren Risky serves too long. And for Arlington, very important service here. And it goes back. Smith gets it over, dropped down, up near the net. Who's going to get it? We got a call. Arlington gets a point as it went on the other side of the red and white radar tower there, where...
What's the number?
24-23 is the score.
No, my
now.
ticket number.
I don't remember.
360-815? No.
Serving for Arlington. Match point potential here. Bilby pops it in the air. Bilby gets it back. Risky, high in the air. Good pass. Ayla Grant. Nice pass for Snohomish. Eagles go middle. Snohomish plays it. Jessette Smith gets the point. And we're going to go overtime here in set number 3. As Jessette Smith stays with it and lowers the boom for point 24. Katie Stern serving for the Panthers. Mecklenburg has it. They go to Parra, back row, high in the air. They go to Smith, goes down the line. Too many hits for the Panthers. And it goes 25-24. So the Eagles got a serve here on the side out. And it's one of their better servers, Emily Mecklenburg. Got to win by 2. Eagle fans standing. There it goes. Received by White. High in the air. It goes middle and out. And the Eagles win in straight sets. Third one in overtime, 26-24. Was 25-22 in the first set, 25-20, 26-24. Arlington goes to 8-0 in conference play. Snohomish falls to 7-1. That will help the Eagles RPI. Please do not go away. We will have our post-game show with our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game right after this.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Welcome back to STSPN. Mike Buckles here along with our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game, Arlington Junior Tegan Sutherland.
Hi.
Hi. Wow, good match. You know, a lot of people will look at the final and say 3-0, but it was still a very close match.
Yeah, it was.
Great body language by all of the players out there tonight. You stayed very, very positive.
Thank you.
And did a nice job. Tell us a little bit about the team strategy going into the game.
We knew that this was going to be a tough match, so we wanted to go into the game having the most positive mindset that we could and know that even if we lost a point or two, that it was okay and that we could come back and just give it our all. Yeah.
You and your teammates as well did a really great job at the net.
Thank
but
you.
you had some stellar plays tonight at the net. So there were a couple, I want to ask you about it, that it seemed like you were not looking at the spot. And there was, I mean, you're looking one direction and tapping it the other way. So are you seeing that as you're at the net?
Yeah, we had talked about like blind spots and spots that we could hit that would get us points, and that was one of them. So I just tried to do my best to try to execute well for the team. Well,
really, really good effort tonight, and I know last year kind of ended in some disappointment where you had a good season going, but let's hope the Eagles can carry on and get to the state tournament this year, but of course one game at a time. Is there anybody, there's the camera, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I just want to say a shout out to my grandparents. Hi, Nana Papa. Hi, Grandma Papa. And my dad, Charles, and my mom, Leslie. She's here.
Okay, so, also one more thing. You have a very young team here.
Yes, we do.
So good things going. And one other thing that I wanted to tell you is that Whitney Williams was one of my students when I was teaching at Arlington. So yeah, I've known her for a long time, and she does a great job for you. And also a lot of respect for Snohomish. They have a really good team.
For sure, they're really good. They're definitely like one of our biggest competition in the league.
And it's a good rivalry, but also a healthy rivalry too.
Yes, for sure.
And you like to see that. So we have this shirt presented to you by Adrenaline Fundraising. And David Wright is the representative, does that, good friend of mine, and going to get some pictures in. Cool. And all right. Well, once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Keep it going. Our player of the game tonight brought to you by Adrenaline Fundraising, Arlington Junior Tegan Sutherland. And that's going to do it. So for myself, Mike Buckles, and on behalf of Todd Elvig, we want to thank you very much for tuning in, and see you next time.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
It's like a loot machine.